أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الله كبير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. الله كبير. Again, we are grateful to God for giving us this opportunity that we have today, and it is not by accident that we are here and we are able and willing to do this and fulfill our duty towards God. And so this is a huge moment for us, for all of us, that we have this honor and that we have to be grateful for, and so this is something that God has given us and provided for us. So we are humbled by that, and we are honored, and so we are grateful to the source of all of these blessings that we have today. And as I said, the biggest one that we have is right here, okay? And we are accordingly directing all of our thanks and appreciations to God, who is the source of all of these blessings. So what I want to discuss with you today is I want to go to the Quran, and I want to go to 383, and let's see here. I'll go this way, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. This verse 383, it says, "Are you seeking other than God's religion? When to Him offer peace everyone in the vacuum and within matter, willingly or unwillingly, and to Him they will all return." So God is telling us here that that it doesn't matter what we do in this world, okay? Are we doing this willingly or unwillingly? All of this is going to turn out to be offering peace to God. Okay, this is amazing, and a lot of people don't understand this, obviously, because they think, well, you have to do things. And that, you have to have the will in there, and your will is offers peace to God. But God says that's not the case. Once God says come into existence, remember that's what God told the vacuum and matter, come into existence, willingly or unwillingly. They said we come willingly. So the willing people, the willing constituency, that part obviously is going to end up in paradise. But even the unwilling ones, not knowingly, okay, they are offering peace to God and they don't know it. Okay? And then we go to chapter 13, verse 15. And it says, to God prostrates everyone in the vacuum and matter, willingly or unwillingly, and so do the shadows day and night. Okay? So God has designed the system. Okay? So according to that, that's why God says in chapter 87, He says that we will recite to you, do not forget, everything is accordance with God's will. Okay? Even the ones who think that they are opposing God, okay, they are doing things which is prostrating to Him, but they don't know it. Okay? And that is amazing. Now, how can we back this up? How can we back this? Because this becomes a puzzle for a lot of people. It becomes a puzzle. Okay? So let's go to to our math, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is by God's grace. This has been a momentous occasion in everybody's life, in our lives, and God has given us all these proofs, and so it makes us feel better, makes us be reassured of God's power and his kindness and his generosity. So here we go to the 19th composite. So I have cut and pasted this from other places, so we'll have a background of what's going on. The 19th composite, number 30. 19 times 30 is equal to 570. 570 is the frequencies of Alif Lam Meem in chapter 32. And chapter 32 is called frustration. Okay? Now, 570th Gaussian Prime is 9127. Okay, so immediately from these two numbers, 19 and 30, you are again back to 9127. Okay? So this is that case of willing or unwilling. You can't do anything about it. This is how mathematics has been designed. You can go ahead and change and say, oh, we recounted chapter 32 and it does not have 570 Alif Lam Meem in it. Okay, we have our own count. That's fine. Okay, let him talk. Okay, so we are going down here and we'll see what happens. 5/70th harmonic prime is 13397. 13397 is the 786th Gaussian composite. And guess what? 586 is the numerical value of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Okay? So every time they say this, every time, you see, this is willingly or unwillingly. Every time anybody utters these four words in this phrase, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, they are basically saying that 5/70th Gaussian Prime is 9127. They don't know it. They don't know it. That is the unwilling part. The ones who keep fighting this tooth and nail, they don't know what they are doing. That's how everyone is falling prostrate to him, willingly or unwillingly. And they don't know it. Okay? So are we there yet? Now look at this. Okay, we go down. And now I have this in capital letters. In large thing. And then we'll go through this. By the way, this is online now. Don't write anything down. Okay? Just please sit down and listen. This is online already. I put it online. 786 composite is 948. 948 happens to be a composite. It's also an even composite. You have odd composites. Remember we talked about odd composites? And this is an even composite. This happens to be 473rd even composite. 473 is 11 times 43, but 1143 is 9 times 127. 9 has 127 verses. Again, every time somebody says Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, they are saying 9127 without even knowing that. They're not even aware that they are saying that. That's how they fall prostrate to God, willingly or unwillingly. That amazing? So let's see. This 13 to the 940th regular prime happens to be 13291. 13,291 is the 798th Gaussian prime, and 798 is the frequency of Kaf Ha Ya Ain Sad in chapter 19. Okay? So you see how many things we generated from this? Isn't that amazing? This is how God has designed the Quran. This is how God has... Remember, God said that He received words through which He could actually redeem Himself. He just couldn't say, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize, I did this and that and the others. Okay? He couldn't say that on his own. He had to receive those words from God, and that's what God has told us to say. And this is the same phrase that Solomon used, remember? When he wrote that letter to the Queen of Sheba. It was Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So you see, God says we have given our prophets what? Hukman wa ilma. We have given them wisdom and knowledge. So on the day of judgment, from 3,000 years ago, Solomon lived before the advent of the Quran. Chapter 9 was supposed to have 127 verses because that phrase, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, testifies to that. Okay, you see? Then, people ask him why God is using past tense sometimes and future tense and this and the others. Because time does not exist for God. Look at this. I'm telling you right now. How much are we going to oppose this? How much are we going to run away? Let's not log on today. Maybe we'll be better off if you don't log on today. Okay? No, you won't be better off. You know less. And the next time you say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, you are saying it unknowingly that you are saying this without knowing now. But you know today. But through this, what happens is that your faith, if you had faith, your faith is going to strengthen today. That's what God promised. Okay. So every time they say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, they go through this one, two, three, four, five, 6 bullets here. 7 bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bullets. Every time somebody utters the phrase Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, no matter where they are, no matter in what situation, under what circumstances. Remember, it says that do not eat from something which the name of God has not been mentioned upon. Why should we do that? Well, if you say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, if that food has some kind of deleterious effect on you, that will be gone. Okay? You're making sure of that according to the truth that I'm describing to you here. Okay? This is the gravity of this whole idea that I am trying to transmit to you. Okay? And as you see here, we generated all of these things in here. Okay? And as I said here, I put these in because this is basically all of these are new. The fact that 786 composite is 948, and now they're even composites. Okay, even composites are very easy to find their index. You just divide them by 2 and subtract 1 from it, and that becomes the index. So 948 divided by 2 is 474. 474 minus 1 is 473. 473 is 11 times 43, and 1143 is equal to 9 times 127. Okay? So this happens, as I said, every time anybody says that. So that's the word unwillingly coming in. That adverb, that describing their actions, They may not do it. They're still falling prostrate to God. They may not do it, but they are offering peace to God at that time. Their intention must be might be different, okay? But they have to do it. Okay? Remember those jinns that had to serve Solomon? They had no other option. God said they were forced to do it. Okay? So that's how God has designed things. God is the one who did it. So that now all of these things make sense to us. Why God is saying these things in the Quran. A lot of people find Quran a very confusing book because they don't understand it. So today we know this more and more. And so the next time we utter Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim for any reason in our lives, we want to go on a trip, we say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We want to go outside shopping or something, say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and that will fix your problems. You want to eat something, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, that would bless that food that you're going to just about to receive. Okay, and then your testimony is that yes, there it is. This has that chapter 9 has 127 verses, and as I said, these 7 bullets here, there is not a thing in the universe that they can do to change this. This is an eternal statement by God. It's a mathematically eternal statement, and it's not going to change. Okay, well, thank God for this huge blessing that He has given us today. So let's finish this unit. Allahu